What is it about self-made millionaires that allows them to make that kind of money? Do they know something we don't? Is it possible to duplicate their success if we were only able to adopt their mindset? Hi, I'm Mike Iser, and over the last few years, I've been inundating myself with self-development material. I have read books and listened to courses from leaders in the self-help field, as well as from several successful multimillionaires. And now I have condensed my years of understanding on the principles of success down into this 4-part class, so that you can come out of this class with a millionaire mindset, with the knowledge and understanding necessary to take your life to the next level, so that you can be, do, or have anything and everything you want. So if you're ready to see how a millionaire's mind ticks, click on the blue enroll button below and find out how with a few mental shifts, you too can begin moving yourself towards more financial abundance. See you on the inside. All right, welcome guys to Think Like a Millionaire, how to get what you want in life. Now, I want to take some time to go over exactly where I'm getting this information from that I'm going to be discussing with you throughout this class. It's from many sources. Over the years, I've been reading and listening to audios daily, day in and day out, consistently since about 2013 on a regular basis. Read a lot of books, listened to a lot of audios, internalized a lot of this, and I'm also getting this from various successful people, millionaires, and people in the self-development industry. Okay, so this is not something that I just put together, at the last minute or anything like that. This is information which is drilled into my head because I've taken self-development to a level where I just inundate myself with it day in, day out. So it's actually kind of hard for me to figure out, pinpoint where all this information is coming from because it's in my head, ingrained in my head from everything that I've absorbed. But I just wanted to go over real quick with you a couple of sources in no particular order so that you can look into these resources in the future after you listen to this, right? To find out where this information comes from. So one source is Earl Nightingale, and he's known for the strangest secret, which is you become what you think about most of the time. And there's also Napoleon Hill. I've gotten a lot of my information from him. And Think and Grow Rich, there he is right over there. Interesting story with this man. He was commissioned by Andrew Carnegie, who was at the time, back then, the wealthiest person on earth. And he was given a 20-year commission to go and speak to the wealthiest people in the world and find out what is it that makes them successful. What is it? Like, is there a common thread? Or if not, report back on that. It was a 20-year commission. It's unheard of. Never been done before, never been done since. So anyways, just a little background on that. If you want to look into him, that's an amazing book. And he's got several other books as well, like The Law of Success in 16 Steps. But anyways, other sources, Kevin Trudeau. And he's created the Global Information Network. He's also created Your Wish is Your Command, both amazing courses. Arnold Schwarzenegger, everyone knows him. The 6 Rules of Success. You can look up this in a YouTube video later on if you want. But I got a pointer out of this. And a couple more over here. Esther Hicks, Abraham. She's also known as Abraham. This is going to get into some... you're gonna wonder why she has a man's name because Abraham's a man's name, right? But that's a whole other story. It goes into channeling. I don't know if you've heard of channeling, but bottom line is asking it is given. That is the channeled information that she's condensed into this book over here. You can also see her in YouTube if you search her on YouTube, and she was on The Secret actually, but her scenes were cut out of the official version. And also Daryl Anka, who channels as well. He's a channeler as well, and he's got a lot of channeled information in A Blueprint for Change, right? So that's it for this slide, just wanted to go over a couple of my sources. Stay tuned for the next video where we're going to get right into it, okay? Now, this is an incredibly powerful belief system to operate from. You can be, do, or have anything and everything you want. Those people who are wealthy, they don't question their ability to create or manifest their ideas, their dreams, or their goals. They understand that they have an innate power to bring about whatever they're thinking about, whatever visions that they have, into reality. So here's a quote that I want you to think about here. You can have, this is from Robert Collier, you can have anything you want if you want it badly enough. You can be anything you want to be, do anything you set out to accomplish if you hold to that desire with singleness of purpose. Now there's another one here that's really good by Napoleon Hill, who we went over before. There is one quality which one must possess to win, and that is definiteness of purpose. The knowledge of what one wants and a burning desire to possess it. So it doesn't matter what it is that you want. There's nothing, you can be, do, or have anything you want. If it's something material, if you want to have a Lamborghini, if you want to have a mansion, if you want to have $1 million, several millions of dollars coming in, if you want to, have better health, if you want to have a better relationship, if you want to be debt-free, if you want to travel, if you want to get over addictions, if you want to eliminate this depression, or get over stress or anxiety or a phobia, if you want better relationships with your friends, your family members, it doesn't matter what you want. You can be, do, or have anything and everything you want. It all comes down to operating from this belief system, okay? So, the only thing that's separating you from those that have the things that you want for yourself in your life are, number one, their mindset, their thoughts, their beliefs. They believe that they can do it. The people that believe that they can do it, do it. If they believe they can do it, this is one of the things, but there are a couple more. We're going to go into them. Number two is they also have clarity about what precisely they want. They don't just have a generic idea in their head like, yeah, I want to have money, or I don't want to be poor. They go more specific. They say, I want to make $5,173 a month. Why that number? Because I calculated all my expenses. I calculated everything out. That's the number that I want each month to meet every expense I have and meet all my, entertainment desires for the month, to purchase different things. Like they know precisely the breakdown, okay? And also they have a singleness of purpose towards achieving their burning desire. They are dead set on it. Also, they have an unwillingness to waver. Irregardless of any situation or challenge that pops up in their path, it is like a pebble on the road. It is not a big rock, not a big boulder. Like for the majority of people, when they encounter a challenge, it's like a giant boulder. They get discouraged at the sight of it. But to the people that take on this belief structure here, the wealthy people of the world, every challenge is an opportunity, right? They see it, or it's just like a little pebble on the road. Right? It's an opportunity to grow, opportunity to learn, an opportunity to expand. So these people, they take massive, unrelenting action each day to their dream and their goal. And there's one more thing that's separating you from any example of any successful person you have in your mind and you being able to match that person. All of these qualities, as well as number 5, time. That's the last quality. Think about all this. All these points. Think about all these points and the last point as well. Time. Consistency over time. Implementing all of this over time. If you do this, you will have what the successful people have. If you take on this way of looking at things, looking at, whatever it is that you want in your life, you too can be successful. All right? See you in the next slide. What I'm going to be talking to you about next is so huge. It's just not talked about anywhere. And it's so important to internalize this concept, not to focus on the how, as far as how do I do it? Whatever it is that you're looking to accomplish, how do I get that thing? I don't have enough money to do it. How is it going to work out? I have no idea how to lose 25 pounds. It's not working out with what I'm doing right now. I don't see how I can get there. How is it going to happen? You don't need to focus on the how of things. All right? It's not your job to know the how, to understand all the steps that must be taken for you to get from where you are now to where you ultimately want to be. It's not your job. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. When wealthy people set out to achieve a goal, such as build or expand a business, increase their revenue, they don't know the how. All they know is that they have this burning desire within them, a goal or a chief aim that must be completed. It's just so powerful within them, this drive. And that's all they focus on, this drive, and it pushes them forward. I'll give you an example. Take Jim Carrey, right? Now, back in the early 90s, when he was relatively unknown, I mean, he had done In Living Color, but back around that time, he hadn't blown up just yet. And he was wanting to break out onto the scene. He was wanting to become a well-known actor, right? He wrote a check for $10 million to himself for acting services rendered. And he put that in his wallet. And, he would visualize directors, famous directors, saying that they're interested in him. They want him on board on projects. He visualized people he respected, saying that they like his work. He did all this visualization, and he knew that he wanted this reality. He wanted to have this $10 million check. He didn't know the how of it. He didn't know how it was going to happen at all. But over the years, that check, it started disintegrating, and I guess he looked at that check over and over. It was in his mind, and with that in his mind so strongly, it just turned out that over the next few years, 3 years later, he was given a gig for a movie where he was being offered $10 million. And that movie was Dumb and Dumber, right? So this is a real situation where Jim Carrey, he didn't know the how. He didn't know how he was going to get that. But his desire, his passion was so strong. And he said, you can't just have a desire and that's it. You can't just have a desire and then go eat a sandwich, I think he said in this interview with Oprah. But you have to take action. You have to do things, right? So that goes on to the next point over here. Having this burning desire is all you need, yes. But also, from here, you need to take action on the opportunities and, the options that you have that you can take action on now, so that you can move yourself step by step closer to your end goal. All right? So just look at what's available to you now to move yourself forward in the moment and take action every single moment, every single day, with that burning desire as your main focus, as your main thing that's driving you, right? You can't go and eat a sandwich like Jim Carrey said. You need to also take action, right? But the burning desire is the key thing, like having the burning desire. So, oops, too fast there. Take action on all opportunities as they present themselves each day. And again, you don't need to know the how. You only need to know enough to take your next step. All right? We're going to go more into why you don't need to know about the how later on in part 2. But for now, this will wrap it up over here. And I'll see you in the next video. All right, so hope that you've enjoyed everything thus far. If you have, there should be a pop-up that'll come up in the top right corner. It's a thumbs up button. If you click that, it would be much appreciated. It's not necessary, but every click does help, and I do appreciate each one of you that takes the time to do that. So let's go and do a recap of everything that we've learned here. So you can be, do, or have anything and everything you want. Make sure you internalize that. Get crystal clear about what it is that you want. Believe that you can have it. Don't focus on the how. Just ask yourself, what can I do right now to move myself one step closer to my goal? And then take that action and continue taking action day in, day out on opportunities with a burning desire.